decided to go live. I'm in the podcast studio. And I was like, you know what? I've been so busy. I haven't been able to like hop on and do a live and share the update with you guys. Nobody's on right now anyways, but I'm sure somebody will watch the replay. So, let's see. I got this light bar right here that gives some light on the back wall. We did like a flower design. This was my husband's idea. I didn't think of that. We have this design over here. So this could be like a backdrop in itself. And then we have this one over here. So this could be its own little deal. And then I got that set up and that set up over there. I got a mess going on right here. Let's see. Got the kitchen stuff right there. The office is like coming together kind of. Like I don't know what to do with this section. I have some of my supplies. I was able to like fill this cabinet over here and that has like marketing material. This is all my yard signs. I really need to put those out. But I haven't been able to do that. Oh, I got 3 people on. Let's see, hold on a second. If you're on, say hi, leave a comment. So hopefully I can like respond back to you. But basically I was just in here doing some recording. I had a podcast with a female business owner. I'm really, really excited. I really liked that. And then I recorded a separate video. So for the past year, which I'm sure you guys that have been tuning in have noticed, like I haven't been doing a lot of independent videos because I've been doing a lot of the podcasts and just posting the podcast onto the channel, which I'm still going to keep doing that. I'm still going to create my 1 podcast a week, post onto the channel. But I really want to start creating those videos again like I did in the beginning years. But you know, as a content creator and going through this journey, it was like I recorded those videos, then I kind of got burnt out with those videos, and so now I'm like 5 years in, now I'm looking back at those videos, watching them, and for anybody that has ever done content creation, going back and watching those videos is a little tough because I've progressed a lot since then. I'm going to go back and I'm going to start working on some of those videos and updating them and giving some updated information. Hey, Carrie, I admire you and I appreciate you. I appreciate you hanging out. Do you have a poop scooping business? If you do, what's the name? Drop the name so we can give you a follow. So yeah, that's kind of, I don't know, that's just kind of what's going on right now. It's Saturday. I looked up and I could not believe that it was 2:45 already. I got to the office at like 9:30 this morning. When I was getting this office, I was like, this is silly. This is ridiculous. I don't need all this. Like, I have my little podcast studio. I'm able to like run my business out of the little corner that I have. This is excessive. This really is excessive. But I've only been here for like 2 weeks and I've already been so much more productive because I don't have the distractions that I have at home. And even though I love my dog, I love my husband, I love everything that goes on at home, it stops me from being able to do work. So me having this office and having like my own separate space is going to be really, really good for the social media side of stuff and trying to grow the business. So Carrie has been running her own poop scooping business since February. You're still really small, but enjoying it and trying to grow. It's called Poop Patrol. I have a Facebook page right now. Jeff is saying, glad things are working out. Yeah, Jeff, we talked about that and how scary it was. As you know, it's business in general is just a little bit scary. There was There was a story written about you in the newspaper. Okay, so if you're not following me on Instagram, if you could go over there and send me the link. Okay, if you could send me the link over on Instagram, because I totally want to check that out. And if you were interested, Carrie, which I had a video that dropped, was a podcast that dropped last week with William, and he's like the $1 million pooper scooper, and we were talking about the community and the course that he's offering. Right now, it's $49 a month. And there's so much information in there. There's how to get started, how to advertise, how to set up Facebook ads, policies and procedures. Like the list just goes on and on and on and on of all. It's insane. My husband actually quit his job last week. Yep, he just went ahead and quit. So good news is we started a tree service this week. Yep. And even though I know how to start a business, I'm a little rusty. It's been a little bit since I've quit my job and started a whole new business. And so I was able to cross-reference the information that is in the course versus what I was doing. And so we're going to be following that and making sure that it's just more streamlined. When I started, it was the wild, wild west. I'm like, okay, we're just going to figure this out. But, so this is a really, really good resource right now for us because we're in the season of, trying to get everything together. The Parks and Rec lady here in my town is wanting to meet with me and talk about the care of the parks. Yes. Yeah, that'll be really good. The only thing is with the green space, if there's a lot, it's a lot of walking. So definitely ask some questions. Find out if there's hot spots that they really want you to check. Dog waste stations, you definitely want to try to get in with those because those can be priced really, really good. I quoted 55 acres worth of green space, and they were shocked. The city was shocked when I sent them over the quote. They're like, why is it so high? I'm like, it's 55 acres. That's why it's so high. So if you have any questions, let me know about that. I just went through that whole process, so let me know. What else? What else is going on? I don't know. I'm trying to get 100 new customers. That's what I need. I need to get 100 new customers. What do I charge per acre? What do I charge per acre? Carrie, that's a great question. Hold on a second. Let me look it up in Jabber really quick. I'm looking that up right now. I quoted a lot of spaces for them. Let's go with this one. Move you over here for a second. Okay, so for a dog waste station refresher, that means the station that we're servicing. If it's just one station, I charge $20. If they want us to service 5 or more stations, I drop that price down to $16 a piece. So there's that. And then for the green space, I charge $160 per acre. So for 7.3 acres, I charged them 160 times that, and the bill was $1,168. Yeah. And they wanted that for a spring clean and then a fall clean. So their bill was like 2,300. It's a lot. But I will say that I didn't start off with my prices that high. I want to say in the beginning, I was probably charging like $50 or $60 per acre because I really didn't understand like how long it was going to take. I just didn't understand my pricing. So now it's a lot higher because you have to carry like higher insurance, especially for working with the city, and then the city wants you to do the work, and then you get billed later. Like I did this work a month ago and I just got the check in the mail last week. So you have to be able to float. You got to be able to float all that. So just be careful. Make sure that you have your stipulations in place, and you know like what the terms of service. If it's going to be a net 15, if it's going to be a net 30. If they try to net 60 you, say nope. The furthest out I'll go is a net 30 because more than likely it's probably going to be a net 45. It's probably how long that's going to end up taking. So try to do that net 30. If it gets pushed out to 45, because you kind of expect that, then you're not freaking out waiting on that money. Like I need that check. I need it because I need to pay X, Y, and Z. Okay. My issue is I'm bad with doing math. Do you add travel time, gas, etc.? I'm good at everything but the math, and it's frustrating. ADD. I hear you, Tommy Thunder. I am ADAF as well. Okay. So my service area, wait, are you talking about pricing? Because my pricing has all that built into it. Everything's built in. Because what you need to do is you need to figure out what your fixed costs are. Go through, figure out how much does it cost your business to operate, even if you don't go out. Even if you don't go out, how much is it going to cost you? Then you have to incorporate all the other things like the supplies and the gas. Like me, we're a smaller company. We have 3 vehicles that are running, and I probably spend about $500 to $600 a month on gas. So I budget that in. It's like I know that's how much our gas is going to be. I on average kind of know like how much our supplies are. I go and purchase those probably 4 or 5 times a month because I try to buy everything in bulk as much as possible. And then the price is built in for my service area. So my service area is 15 miles. I don't go any further than 15 miles. But if I do decide to take that on, I add an additional travel charge. So if somebody wants me to service their property every week, I'm going to add an additional $30 onto their bill. So if they're paying $100 normally, if they were in service area, I charge them $130, and sometimes it's $150 depending on how far out it is. And I'll do that for a one-time clean too. If somebody's like, please, I really need for you to come out here. I want you to service. I don't want to call another company. I got no problem adding another $50 or another $30 onto their bill. Because I need to make it worth our while too, especially with having employees and having them drive having that extra time. So I hope that helps. You just got to write everything down and have it in black and white, not on a piece of paper. So have it like on your computer, your fixed costs, so you can like see it. Okay, thank you so much. How do you deal with customers that you send out bills to and they ignore it? Great question. So I'm using Jobber. Jobber is the CRM I use, and in order for a customer to come on with us, they have to put a credit card on file and they have to pay a $30 deposit to even get on my schedule. Nobody gets on my schedule today without a card on file and that $30 deposit. And here's why. Because I want to know that they're serious about it. One, I want to make sure that they have funds, which perfect. And then once we close out the job, we automatically charge their card on file. Now, sometimes it declines, it happens, but then I reach out to them and we keep reaching out and I keep trying to charge their card. And for the most part, like 99% of the time, If we service somebody on like a Tuesday and their card declines, by Friday, early in the morning, once that paycheck hits, I can charge it and I get my money. I do that. There has been times where people they haven't paid. I cancel their service if they're like a reoccurring service. And a lot of times these people try to come back. Like I just had a lady from last year, early last year, she tried to come back. So I sent her her previous bill along with the bill from this year, and she paid it. And if some people don't pay, you can send them to collections. I personally haven't done that yet, but I know that it can be done, and you can get your money. I just haven't done it yet. So I'm very diligent. I will call, I will text message, I will email, I will call. I will keep charging that card until eventually it gets charged. But yeah, I haven't had any commercial people not pay me. Oh, that's another thing is commercial accounts don't put cards on file typically. I had one, and here's the tea with them. So if you go to like an apartment complex, a lot of times they have like a $500 spend that they're allowed to have each month without having to go to the higher ups to get approval. So like the office manager can spend, $499.99 without having to get the higher up approval. So if you have a bill where you're going to be charging them like $1,600, what I've done is I've communicated. I drew up a contract. I wrote out all the stipulations, and then I would charge them $499. Then the following month $499, and kind of like broke it up because that was the only way that she was going to be able to use our services, and she wanted to, but she knew that whoever higher up wasn't going to want to pay for it. So there's different ways to pitch yourself and to get accounts and get services and kind of do workarounds. You just have to get creative. But you also have to trust the people. You don't want to do the service and then they screw you over. But I had already priorly worked with this woman at another apartment complex, so I had that like reputation built up. Yeah, the apartment complexes are good. They are. I actually am building out an Excel spreadsheet right now of all pet-friendly apartment buildings, condo associations, and senior living centers that are dog-friendly. I'm putting the company name, the address, the phone number, the email address, and then another section for how I'm contacting them, if I'm going in, if I'm emailing them, whatever the form of contact is, the date that I contacted them, and what they said. So that I'm able to track all of it. Because I'll tell you what, I'll have Post-it notes all over the place. And then I'll be like, I don't know who I called. I have no idea. Because I'm also ADHD and ADD. It's a mess. So yeah. Yeah. What else? What other questions you got for me? I'm in a new area too, so I'm going to start making friends. Start networking. Let me tell you guys about what happened. So I had reached out to one of my customers in like the fancier area where I have a new office, and I asked her if she knows of any like local business places or ways for females to connect, or business owners. So she invited me to a ribbon cutting for North Village. She said the mayor was going to be there and it was going to be like a thing. Well, listen here. I'm from Westland, okay? Westland is it's Westland. It is not a fancy place. It's like you wear your Crocs. People will go out in their jams. It's, I don't know. I didn't plan ahead. I just did not look at the dress code. So I'm driving there and I have like on a pair of jeans, my nicest pair of jeans, by the way, and a top just tucked in. I don't even think I wore a belt. And I'm driving there and I was like, you know what? Let me ask her what the parking situation was. Because I had my poop scooping truck and it wasn't very clean because I just wasn't prepared. I don't have a personal vehicle because every time I get a personal vehicle, I get it with the intention of moving it over to the fleet. I don't know. So I had like water bottles all over the place and like some snacks. And she tells me it's VIP. I was like, oh, not VIP. It's valet. I was like, no, tell me it's not valet. I was thinking there was probably going to be like 15 people or 20 people there max. So I'm like driving, I get a mile away, so I pull over on the side of the street and I start like cleaning out my truck. I'm like throwing a bunch of stuff into a trash bag and I toss that in the back seat. I have like a sanitation wipe and I'm like wiping down stuff, trying to like de-dust it. I get like in the vicinity and I see a public parking spot on the street and I said, I'm just gonna park here and walk. So I did that. And I'm like walking around and finally I figure out where this place is. So I walk in and I see the valet and then I see this balloon arch and it's like black and gold and I see people walking in with like suit coats on and women have like very pretty dresses and everybody's so tan. I'm like, we're in May. Why is everybody so tan right now? Like I work outside and I'm not even that tan, but whatever. So like I'm walking, I'm like looking around and my heart's like pounding on my chest. Like I've been hanging out in my podcast bedroom studio for far too long, so I haven't really been like hanging out with people. And my heart's like pounding. So I like text the woman because we communicated before and I figured we were gonna like link up, but then I didn't hear from her and I go in there and I walk around. I was very overstimulated. For one, I was underdressed. I didn't know anybody. It was very loud, and the smell of alcohol just like smacked me in the face. And for those of you that don't know, I have been sober since March of 2023. That was the last time I had a drink, was like March 27th, March 28th of 2020. Yeah, 2023. And so I've been slowly trying to get like more comfortable out in public and just relearning how to have fun and loosen up and have a good time with being sober. And it was it was a lot. It was really a lot. And so I left. I waited probably about 30 minutes. I walked around. I smiled at people. Yeah. I laughed and walked out and went back to my truck and I messaged my friend. I said that just didn't go well. I was too much and we had a conversation. So what I learned from that situation is, one, read the dress code, okay? Figure it all out because you don't want to be underdressed. Two, I need to just work on being okay in public with the alcohol and the loud noises and just be more prepared. And come up with icebreaker questions. And so I'm going to have a couple of those in my pocket for next time because I can't have that happen to me again. I can't be defeated. So that happened to me on Wednesday. And Wednesday is my longest day scooping. So not only had I scooped all day long, I hurried up, I ran home, I showered, I made myself, I guess, look as nice as I thought. Oh, Westland's finest over here is not that great. It was a reality check for me. I told my husband, I was like, I'm like a Westland 10 and I'm a Northville 2.5. And he was like, oh, babe, I love you. So funny. Oh, I know. Sorry, Carrie. It was an experience. And I told Josh about what happened and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude. It got me. I didn't know what to do with my hands. Like, what do I do with my hands? Thank you about the sobriety. Yeah, it had to happen. I was just it just wasn't a good place. Alcohol just wasn't serving me. I felt like I was out of control. I was just kind of like nasty towards my husband. When I would start drinking, I would start to get like angry about stuff. And then the anxiety of business in itself is difficult. And then adding a drink onto it when you get stressed out, then it like perpetuates like more anxiety. And the Lord was just telling me that I needed to stop. And so I decided the day after the wedding that I was in, that I was done. In Chick-fil-A. I was sitting in Chick-fil-A restaurant. It was on a Saturday because the wedding was on a Friday. I was like, I'm done drinking. And at first it was, am I really done? Like, can you really be done drinking alcohol? What do you mean you're going to be done? And so I said I would just stop for like 30 days. And then 30 days happened, and then 60, and then so on and so forth. And every day, I kind of have to like choose to not pick up, pick something up and like the smell of it. Or when my husband quit his job, I was folding some laundry and I was like, whoo, a summer shandy would be really satisfying right now. That crisp flavor would be just, but it's not the right move. It's not the right move. So you know what I did instead? It's real sexy. I did something that I was able to control because some other stuff was like what the future holds with, with him starting a new business. I can't control any of that. But what I could control in that moment was the laundry that had been piling up and how dusty my floors were. I could clean the dust, do the laundry. And so that's what I've been really focusing on, is just tackling the things that I can control, because the other stuff is just a waste of energy and not good. It's not good. Carrie, I can't see your Facebook page. If you can, just send it to me over on Instagram if you could, or on Facebook. Either one. Either one. At least they were hammered. They probably wouldn't remember. Yeah. I don't know. I felt so stupid. I really did. And I felt all like disheveled. And yeah, I just got in my head. I psyched myself out, man. And I didn't have an icebreaker question. I didn't even have business cards on me. That's how underprepared I was. That's how underprepared I was. It's a struggle every day. Just keep busy. I have my 7-year-old daughter. She needs me more than I need alcohol. Yeah, I agree. And in year 7, oh gosh. So our twins just turned 17. And the oldest is going to be 19 this year. He just got his motorcycle endorsement. The time goes by so fast. We get these images that shows up on my husband's phone. It's like memories of pictures of when the kids were just so little, and we're just like, where did the time go? Like, how are these kids already 17 years old? And we look back at when we were, when we were kids. We were kids when they were kids. I'm like, what were we doing? How did we get here? So yeah. She says, I don't have a link for the news story, but I posted a pic of the article on my Facebook page. It's not very far down. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to go there and check it out. I love seeing that kind of stuff. Carrie, make sure you print that off and save it. I have some stuff that I printed off from some news articles that I was in, and it's just cool to be able to look back on that stuff and have it in like a little scrapbook. So save that for yourself. So you can look back in like 5 years and be like, that happened? I have this one article that is viral, and it's from way back in the day, and the pricing is so much different now. I'm like, can we update the pricing? Because we're definitely charging more as pooper scoopers these days than we were in 2020 and 2021. This industry's come a long way in the past 5.5 years since I've been in it. It's cool to see the progression. That's for sure. But anyways, what do you guys got going on for today? What's up? Oh, I need to do a little bit more editing. I need to make sure that I have everything set up for some vendor events that we're going to be doing. Oh, I started texting. What did I text? Oh, it's on this phone. Never mind. I started texting landscapers that were in the area. What did I say? I said, do you have dog poop? Hold on a second. I don't want to steer you in the wrong direction. But yeah, I started just texting. Okay, here it is. Got dog poop on your blades this season yet? Question mark. Dog, poop emoji, crying face. If so, I'm Erica, the owner of Crouppin's Poopin' Scoopin', and I'd love to swap contact info with you. I texted that out to probably 15 landscaping companies in the area yesterday. A handful of them applied, and this one guy in general applied. He was like, that is excellent. Like, that is an excellent way to advertise. And so he sent me over a couple connections of yards that he really thinks that needs some assistance. You know? So go through and try to link up with your local landscaper if you can, and just try to swap some contacts and get involved in the community. It's going to help. Tommy, I don't have a video yet for 2024 on how to price, but guess what? Coming soon. There's 5 videos that I'm going to be making, and that is one of them. Hi, Daniel. Congrats on the new space. Yeah, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Your 4 reoccurring customers. I have a question. Are they close? Are they close to each other? How's your route density? Let me know about that. And then, what is it called? If you guys do want, there is a course now on Skool. I could include a link somewhere. I don't know how to do that on here, but it's called Poop Scoop Millionaire. If you type in Poop Scoop Millionaire and it's under the Skool course, William, he's the guy that was on the podcast in the last episode on where we were talking about just business in general. He started Swoop Scoops, and they're doing a few $1 million a year. He has an entire course built out, and right now, until the end of May, it's $49 a month. And I'm telling you what, there's so many freaking resources inside of that thing. Later on, I got to go through it because I'm trying to work on numbers. Oh my God, I hate the numbers. When I talked to William and he's like, what was your churn rate last month? What? What do you mean? What do you mean my churn rate? Why are you asking me such silly questions? I don't know. But in there, it just gives you a step-by-step on how to figure out your churn rate. It gives you like advertising avenues, how to set up a Facebook targeted Google campaign. And there's like tutorials in there. So if you want to fast track your success and you want step-by-step on examples on how to do stuff, sign up. The price is going up at the end of the month. Yeah, at the end of the month it's going up. So anybody that signs up this month, that's why I'm kind of pushing it hard right now, because anybody that signs up before the end of May is going to be grandfathered in at that $49 a month price, which is good, which is really, really good. And with my husband now starting his new tree service, we're going to be going through it like a bunch of crackheads, trying to get as much stuff as possible. And he's got a lot of learning to do. He's got a lot of learning. And he's got to learn that stuff on his own, because I told him, I said, I know how to do a lot of business. I said, but you're a business owner now. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to have to learn, because, sir, I'm not going to be your secretary. I got my own, literally my own crap to run. Like, don't be calling me, be like, hey, did you file this paperwork? Excuse me? Did you file your paperwork? Yeah, just, Daniel, just go to all your dog friendly places, go to your pet stores, go to your vet offices, contact animal clinics, animal cancer clinics, companies that are dog friendly, because a lot of companies like small businesses owners, you can bring your dog to work with you. A lot of places allow that. Community boards at coffee shops, put your cards up there. Where else? Develop some relationships with some real estate people. Find like a good, solid real estate person that you can connect with. because when they're going to do showings at houses, if a person has a dog, sometimes they need somebody to come there and clean up the yard really quick before the showing. There's that. What else can you do? Cold calling. Just get comfortable with cold calling. Come up with a script. That's what I'm working on right now, is a script, trying to refine it. Because there's times where I'm just on fire, man. I can call, I'm dancing, I can just have a conversation. And then there's times where my brain goes so dead that I can't even formulate a sentence, and you would think that I was a total different person. Like I can't connect with people. And that's why having a script is really good on those days where I'm just not like on it. I'm able to still take care of the things that I need to take care of. Because I do suffer from like anxiety and depression, and sometimes I get into a low, like a deep low. But I've learned to not let that completely stop my progress. I might take a day off. Sometimes you gotta take a day in the bed, which I've done to like recharge, but there's no taking like a week in the bed. There's no taking 2 weeks off. There's no taking months off. It's take a day in the bed, recharge, get back to the plan. Yeah, no, I'm happy. I was sitting here. So let me backtrack. I came here this morning because I was recording a podcast, and then I was recording a video. And then I was just sitting here looking around, and I was like, you know what? I haven't talked to anybody in a while. And I was like, do I go live on Instagram or do I go live on YouTube? And YouTube, this is like where I started. When I quit my job 14 years ago. When I quit my job that I was at for 14 years to go full-time on my poop scooping, I made a video, a very rough video, and I uploaded it on YouTube, and that's what started this whole entire journey, was just me documenting what the hell's going on. And so, hold on a second. Hello? I'm live on YouTube right now. Talking to my YouTube people. You want to say hi to YouTube for a second? Hold on. You're live now.
What's up, YouTube?
This is William from Swoop Scoop.
How you guys doing?
I'm good. I was just chit-chatting with everybody. Let me hop off here and then we can chat, okay? Okay. Hold on one second. All right, I do gotta go take this call because this is a very important business. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Let me know if you want me to do this again and we can hop on. I think I should. Should we make this like a Saturday thing? Tell me, leave it down in the comments, all right? We'll chat soon. You guys have a great Saturday.